Good morning. It's an honor and privilege to be here in celebration of the Elon Law School class of 2017. I'd like to extend a warm welcome to all of you gathered in the audience today, to the friends and families of these very accomplished students. Most of all, I'd like to extend my warmest wishes and my thanks to the parents of today's graduates. I know that you experience your children's joy as your own. To the graduates themselves, let me say, first and foremost, congratulations. Not only will you receive your degrees today, which represent many years of patient and diligent work, you will also be joining an ancient and noble profession. Our nation was founded and built in no small part by lawyers. Over half of the signatures on the U.S. Constitution came from lawyers. John Adams, Abraham Lincoln, and many other presidents practiced law before beginning their political careers. In the 1830s, Alexis de Tocqueville spoke of lawyers as an American aristocracy, one not of birth, but of knowledge and temperament. Law and the legal profession have changed dramatically since de Tocqueville's era. Our nation and our world are more interconnected than ever, and the law, which was never simple to begin with, is becoming even more complex and specialized. And rapid changes in technology are changing the legal profession. Today, lawyers do most of their research on online databases and communicate with clients via text and emails. That last sentence would have been incomprehensible to lawyers several decades ago. Despite these advances, 21st century lawyers face many challenges. One is the crisis in access to justice. About 80% of the civil legal needs of the poor are going unmet. Some estimate that every lawyer in the country would have to work about 200 hours to give just 1 hour of attention to each legal problem that an American faces. No lawyer can solve this problem alone, but we all have a part to play. By representing those in need, lawyers can help ensure that, to paraphrase President Theodore Roosevelt, no one is above the law and no one is beneath it. Despite the great demand for legal services, lawyers are facing increased competition. Free legal document websites are trying to grab a share of the legal market by capitalizing on the do-it-yourself tendencies of many younger Americans. And self-represented parties are on the rise, partly out of necessity, but partly because some litigants would rather go it alone than work with an attorney. Why don't they seek legal counsel? Maybe because no lawyer has ever told them how valuable it is to have a trained advocate on one side. Lawyers who can make them see this value will simultaneously reap a financial benefit and improve the lives of their clients. In the midst of this change and turmoil, lawyers can continue to play the stabilizing role that they've played since our country's founding, as emissaries of the legal profession and guardians of the rule of law. At the very start of the preamble to the NC Rules of Professional Conduct, lawyers are charged with being public citizens who have special responsibility for the quality of justice. Law is the bedrock of government by and for the people. Lawyers have a special role to play in our nation's civic life because they have a peculiar and essential relationship to the law. You may have already had the experience as a law student of a friend or family member asking you how you thought some legal controversy in the news should be resolved. Your response was just, well, it depends on what the law is. In saying this, you recognize the key truth that law has an established meaning which is independent of any one person's preferences. You can use the skills that you've learned in law school and the skills that you'll gain in practice to be a good public citizen. You can help our society renew its commitment to the American compact that we all share, a compact based not on race or creed, but on common civic ideals. The study and practice of law promotes many ideals that are necessary for a free society to flourish. The ability to thoroughly understand the arguments that support each conflicting point of view, to be civil and peaceful when discussing our good faith disagreements, and to demand fair process for all individuals, especially those who are unpopular. I urge each of you to cultivate these ideals in how you conduct yourselves, both as lawyers and citizens, and to help others aspire to them as well. Being a good public citizen can go hand in hand with being part of a dynamic, intellectually fulfilling profession. And it's truly an exciting time to be a lawyer. Much of the law is backward-looking. When lawyers put together a brief, they argue from precedent established in past cases. But given how quickly our world is changing, you have the chance to combine this respect for our legal traditions with a forward-looking approach. What do I mean by that? Well, for example, by making creative use of technological innovations, you can help shape the evolving legal market. Legal futurist Richard Susskind has said that lawyers should overcome irrational rejectionism, the tendency to reject new ideas before giving them a chance, and adopt an experimental mindset instead. You can be lawyers who are also innovators, and your familiarity with the digital world gives you an advantage there. Attorneys are in a customer service industry, so innovators who discover new ways to serve their clients will always stand to benefit. You are already the beneficiaries of innovation within the law, thanks to Elon Law School's decision to switch from 3 years of classes to 2.5, and to require a residency during which students do real-life legal work. An appropriate legal education combines academic instruction with practical training to prepare new lawyers for success in their careers. I commend Dean Bierman and all of Elon's administrators for their willingness to try out new methods of legal education in pursuit of excellence. As lawyers, you should embrace that same attitude. We often hear about how disruptive change is affecting nearly every industry, but that just means that innovators are questioning the status quo and discovering new solutions to old problems. Lawyer innovators can harness technology to better serve the public and increase access to justice, while also having engaging and intellectually challenging career paths. So how can they do that? They can create apps that serve their clients or those with legal business more generally. Suffolk University created an app that helps lawyers easily access federal and state law resources on their phones. Imagine an app with the full search power of Westlaw or Lexis that also lets a team of lawyers share and tag cases in the same way that Facebook allows the sharing and tagging of photos. The number of apps that could be useful to lawyers and their clients is limited only by the ingenuity of the lawyers who will design them. Tech-savvy lawyers can also use the online world to meet one of their most basic needs: getting clients. Several legal websites have started up with the goal of matching lawyers with prospective clients to help with a discrete problem or to establish a broader attorney-client relationship. Of course, these kinds of legal innovations sometimes raise new legal and ethical issues themselves, but this too creates opportunity for lawyers to innovate by fashioning rules that protect the public while also promoting access to justice. Our technological age has pushed many other legal issues to the forefront too. Issues such as how the Fourth Amendment applies to searches of mobile devices or information in the digital cloud. Lawyers not only use the law, they have a role to play in shaping it, using their analytical skills to foresee and warn against any changes in the law that could create opportunities for abuse. Far from being a headache for the legal profession to overcome, technology can also be a tremendous benefit, opening up new legal areas to explore, helping cut through some of the drudgery of legal work, and giving lawyers more time to think creatively than they had before. You are that special class of citizens, as de Tocqueville observed, and with that privilege comes responsibility. Become the public citizens that you have all studied to be. Teach others about the habits of mind that lawyers relentlessly aspire to attain. Precise study of text to determine what they mean. Careful attention to detail and nuance in reasoning through an issue. Respect for fair and just legal processes. And recognition that new facts at times require changes in the law or in legal practice. Above all, remember why you chose to become a lawyer. Never stop learning and never stop pushing yourself to adapt to our changing legal environment. I hope that you will leave this graduation ceremony with a deep sense of accomplishment, deservedly so. But I also ask that you leave here with a sense of purpose and with a sense of hope. No matter the condition of the economy or the big law job market, there will always be clients who need zealous and skilled advocates if lawyers use the right tools to find them. Congratulations again, and best wishes to all of you for a rich and fulfilling career. Thank you, and God bless you.